The Merry Piper, or The Magical Trip on the Sugar Bowl Ship, by Harold Gaze. Chapter 1. The Magical Tune. Clear as a silver bell came the first note, yet soft at first and tender as though it would shyly woo the evening air with a melodious kiss or two before confiding to its embrace the full-throated song that must follow so rare a prelude. Ruth paused upon the edge of a dream and listened intently. Then, as the sweet clear note came again, she leaned from her sky-blue cot to that of her brother, and said, in a husky, excited voice, her lips almost touching his ear, "Norman, Norman, wake up and listen! Didn't you hear it?" But Norman turned, as a sleeper will, and snuggled down deeper under the covers. "Boys are such botherating things," sighed his sister. "He might have stayed awake for a wee while. I knew, on a beautiful night like this, that something exciting would happen." Then, melodious and gay as the sound of rainbow waters rippling over golden rocks, the music came again, bolder this time, as though, growing from a childhood of sweet uncertain song, it had merged into a manhood of melody. Only for half a moment, however, as with a cascade of merry laughing notes, it was back to dear childhood again. Oh, and then came the sound of elfin laughter into it, and the soft whir of bees' wings, the sighing of tree-tops, and the whisperings of flowers. As with petal cheeks verging, they nod and they gossip. Oh, this said the dewdrops, and this said the breeze. Ruth caught her breath at the wonder of it. "Birds don't sing at night, do they?" she murmured, half to herself, yet hoping that Norman would awaken and answer. "And if it isn't a bird, what in goodness ever is it?" Now it seemed that the sound turned into colors which drew together till they spun into a ball of golden light, then unwound again and fell into a shower of diamond sparkles and streamers of liquid opals. It was a carnival of sound and color, and the amazed child could not tell which was which, could only gasp again at the splendor and wonder of it. Was it a dream? Assuredly not. A self-inflicted pinch showed her to be very much awake. "Norman! Oh, do wake up!" she cried, throwing a pillow, as well as persuasion, at him. I am awake," came back a reproachful response at last, and then in an awed whisper, "Isn't it," he began. "Too wonderful for words," finished his sister. "And yes, I can see it too." "Hear it, you mean?" corrected the boy. "Yes, I suppose." Ruth hesitated. "But I'm sure I can see it too, and yet it is music. Do you think we ought to call Daddy?" "No," whispered back the boy hastily. "Bet you he'd just laugh, and then it'd all go." "Well then, what are we to do? We must find out what it is. It's warm and moonlighty. Let's creep out into the garden and see, shall we?" "Rather!" breathed back Norman excitedly. And so the adventure commenced.